So Srimad Bhagavatam describes this place, no? Why Sri Krishna himself did not glorify the gopis? Because people would think, well, Krishna is not a neutral person. If you ask anyone, how's your wife? They'll say, my wife is the best. Therefore, Sri Krishna chose someone like Uddhav, like a neutral person and a great pandit. If he would glorify the gopis, then the three worlds would listen. So we've heard so much discussion of Uddhav Katha. Unless Uddhav came here, who would understand the glories of the Braja Gopis? Therefore, Bhagavatam gives some hint. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and tasted these moods again and again in the Gambhira, in the association of Sri Ramananda Roy and Swarup Damodar. So by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we can understand the deep importance of the verses spoken here by Srimati Radhika. Just like this body has 5 life airs, in the same way the Srimad Bhagavatam was also considered to have 5 life airs. That is Pranay Geet, Yugal Geet, Brahma Geet, Gopi Geet, and Venu Geet. But amongst all of them, which one is the topmost? Of course, we don't like to compare. But all the other Geets may be spoken by other gopis. But Brahma Geet spoken only by Radhika herself, therefore it must be the topmost. Therefore all the Shastras describe that you should cry for Bhagavan. But only Srimad Bhagavatam is describing Krishna, or Bhagavan is also weeping for his devotee. Therefore one day on the roof of Mathura, Krishna caught the hand of Uddhav and requested him, you go to Vrindavan and you give my mat sandesh of yoga. You give my message of consolation to my mother, to my father, and to the Braja Gopis. So we heard how Uddhav came here to Nandagaon. On the way towards Vrindavan, Krishna showed him a spurti of the Braj Leela that was occurring in another universe in the pastimes of meeting. Otherwise, Uddhav, if he just saw the conditions of the Brijbasis in separation from Krishna, then Uddhav would not have understood Brajamando. Therefore, Yoga and Maya revealed the happiness the Brijbasis felt in meeting with Sri Krishna. Uddhav saw thousands of cows moving here and there, bulls fighting for cows in rut, calves like waves on the milk ocean running here and there with their tails in the air, and all directions cries of catch him, milk her, do this, bring that pot, bring that broom. Somewhere the flute was playing, and thousands of gopis decorated most beautifully and attractively were chanting Govinda Damodara Madhava. So the subject matter would have came here to Nandagaon to pacify the Brijbasis. So normally if someone is suffering, you can remove their suffering by knowledge. For example, if someone dies, their father dies, you can give them knowledge by saying, don't worry, he was not even your father. Soul has no mother, no father. So by Atmagyan, by Brahmagyan, one can remove all type of misery. Therefore Uddhav came here, he tried to present his Brahmagyan to the Brijbasis. But just like lightning, fire can be put out by water, but lightning cannot be put out by any water. Therefore who could extinguish the fire of Brajaprem? Therefore Uddhav's instructions could not be understood by Nanda Yasoda, because they have Visuddha Vatsalya Prem. They never consider their son to be Bhagavan. They always consider him to be their son, no? Nitya Sambandha Korimani. Even though they can sometimes understand Krishna is Bhagavan, still the idea, my son is Bhagavan, that is predominant, no? Therefore generally Tattva is described to be like a horse. If someone sees a very nice horse or a very nice Mercedes-Benz, then we think how wonderful. But the person who is driving the Mercedes-Benz, he must be even more extraordinary, no? Therefore generally Tattva is considered like a horse, but that person who rides all Tattva, that is the Brijbasis who control Krishna, then imagine their glories. So Uddhav, when he saw the intense separation of Nanda Yasoda, then he tried to present his Brahmagyan. He is not your son, rather he is the mother, father, brother, sister. He is the cause and the effect in the entire creation. How you can feel separation from him? He is present everywhere, like fire is present in wood. Oh, you should meditate on Krishna, and then all your feelings of separation shall be evaporated. So when Nanda Baba heard that, then his separation increased more and more and more. He said, oh Uddhav, you are saying I am fortunate, because Uddhav said that Supreme Lord Narayan has come as your son, and you are most fortunate, you have such loving feelings towards that Jagat Guru Sri Krishna. Then when Nanda Baba heard that, he said, Uddhav, I am fortunate, And Uddhav, if I'm fortunate, tell me who in this world is unfortunate, because I thought I only lost my son, but you are telling me I lost Bhagavan as well. Therefore, Nanda Baba could not see any of the Brahmagyan presented by Uddhav. Only that feeling, Krishna is my son, Krishna is my son, predominated. Guruji gives the example, if someone goes to base camp on the Himalaya and they're wearing one hat, if they try to look at the top of the Himalaya, what's it called, Mount Everest, their hat will fall off. Therefore, Uddhav came here to Braj, and when he saw the Vatsanya Prem of Nandi Yasoda, he tried to look to the top, but his hat of Brahmagyan fell off. Means he realized, my knowledge that I'm giving here cannot work. So Guruji said he could not pacify Nandi Yasoda the whole night. He was simply discussing Harikatha with Nanda Baba. Therefore Nanda Baba felt so much separation from Sri Krishna. But he could speak with Uddhav. But we hear that Nandi Yasoda could not even speak with Uddhav. Such was her condition of separation. So the next morning, after discussing Harikatha all night with Sri Nanda Baba, Uddhav came down and he heard the Brajagopis discussing. Uddhav came on the same chariot that Akrura, that Kams had sent to Vrindavan to bring Krishna and Balaram from Vrindavan back to Mathura, and that was driven by Akrura. So when the Brajagopis saw the golden chariot, they began discussing, who is this? Oh, Krishna is now sending us a message. See what such an important person I am. I have become like the king of Mathura. Even my messenger rides a golden chariot. So when Uddhav heard that, then he thought, why I did not come to Vrindavan wearing bare feet, Vedi Muda, Trinada Pisunichena. Oh, I have made a great mistake. Then the Gopi is saying, why Krishna sent his messenger here? It must be that since Kamsa died, there is no one left to perform Pinda for his departure. Therefore Krishna has sent his messenger here to collect the hearts of the Gopis in the form of Pinda for the soul of Kamsa. So when Uddhav saw that, he became most astonished. So Guruji would always very beautifully explain that Krishna wanted to share his feelings of separation with someone in Mathura, but who could he speak with? There is no one there to understand the love and affection of the Brijvasis. Therefore Krishna sent Uddhav here that he could learn something. What is Prema? Therefore Guru Maharaj said he came to the school of Prema. And who is the dean of Prem, the headmistress of the school of Prem? That is Radhika. Who are the assistant teachers? That is like Vishaka and Lalita and the other Astasakis. So Uddhav came to the university, but he was stopped at the gate. Just like when you come to a university, you have to pass some entrance exam. Therefore Uddhav, when he came here, the Gopis asked him some questions. Uddhav, in this world there is two types of prem. One is with desire, the other one is without desire. One is mixed and one is pure. Oh, Uddhav, in this world we only find mixed prema, like the prem that a bird has for a fruit tree. How long does the bird love the fruit tree? How long does the bird stay with the fruit tree? As long as fruits are there, the bird stays, but when the fruits are gone, the bird runs away. How long will the deer stay in the forest? As long as there is green grass, the deer will stay, but as soon as the grass is finished, the deer will leave. How long the bee stays with the flower? He takes the honey, and after he's finished the honey, he leaves. How long the student stays with the teacher? Or how long the customer stays with the prostitute? When the business is finished, he takes his money and leaves him. Or Uddhav, in this world we find that type of that type of mixed prema. But Uddhav, our love for Krishna was not like that. And Krishna's love for us was also not like that. The Gopis loving Krishna only for Krishna's satisfaction. Ataiva Gopi Ganda, Hi Prema Ganda, Krishna Sukh, Lagimatra Krishna Se Sambandha. The Gopis go to meet and be with Krishna only for Krishna's satisfaction. And why Krishna meets the Gopis? Because he knows by accepting their prema they will become happy. So Krishna also has no swat, no self-interest, no material desire. Neither do the Gopis. Then the Gopis ask, Uddhav, if both our prem was pure, how could it be broken? Then Uddhav could not answer at all. So Sukadeva Goswami in the Srimad Bhagavatam, he describes that Uddhav came here and he saw Kwachit Gopi, one Gopi. Who is that? Not saying her name. because the name of Radhika is most confidential. Also, Sukadev Goswami says the name of Radhika once, he will be unconscious for Sadhamasa Vimochya. 6 months he will be unconscious. And Sukadev Parikshit Maharaj only has 2 days left to live. Therefore, for many reasons also, Sukadev Goswami not directly saying the name of Radhika. Therefore, it said to Krishna's, Dayati Krishna Sangama. That one gopi, what was she doing? She was lying on a bed of petals, and her friends were checking she has life or not by taking some thread and keeping under her nose. They were putting sandalwood paste upon her body, and they were keeping rose petals upon her to cool her down. Such was her fire of separation from Sri Krishna. But as soon as that sandalwood paste would touch her body, it became like dust. That time Uddhava was watching from a distance. So that time one bumblebee, we already heard, bumblebee means Madhusudan, one who drinks the nectar of the flowers, or one who drinks the nectar of the gopis, his name is Madhusudan. So seeing that black bumblebee, Radhika became absorbed in the mood, that is Divyonmad, and 10 types of Divyonmad she spoke these 10 verses of Brahma Gita. That time she began abusing that bee, consider him to be a messenger of Sri Krishna. So when Sri Radhika was abusing that bee, really in another sense, she is also giving abuse to Uddhava. Madhupakitava bandhu mas sangam sapatyam. Oh, foolish bee, you are a most nonsense fellow. Why? You have come from Madhupuri. Who is Madhupuri? One who drinks alcohol, that is an alcoholic. That is also another name for Mathura, Madhupuri. You have come from the wine shop of Mathura, therefore you are contaminated and not clean. Don't touch me. Why Radhika knows past, present, future. She knows who is Sri Krishna. He is Madhupati, who always drinking nectar. And Madhupati, Sri Krishna would soon make friends with another person. Who is that? The gambler, Yudhisthira Maharaj. Like an alcoholics always make friends with gamblers. Therefore Madhupa, Maspri Sangam Sapatyam. You have come here in an unclean state and you want to touch me? Maspri Sangam, don't touch me, don't touch me. You are very foolish. But the person who sent you is most foolish. Why? Human beings have 2 legs. Sometimes human beings are foolish. But donkey has 4 legs. That means he is all the time foolish. And someone who has 6 legs, like a bumblebee, you could imagine how foolish he is. And that person who sent you, he must be even more foolish. I can see that old bee, you have gone, Krishna is wearing one Vaijanti Mala, and again he is bracing the young ladies, the wives of the Yadu dynasty. Therefore the kumkum from their bodies has come upon Krishna's garland, and you have sat upon Krishna's garland and drinking the nectar from that. Therefore that color of that kumkum, that reddish color has come on your mustache. You are such a debauchee, you are coming in such an unclean condition to touch my feet. Don't come here, you'll go away. That time Uddhava was watching, Uddhava also rubbing his mustache. I have no kumkum, what is she talking about? No? But Radhika also saying, you have come from there with a message. What message you will give? Krishna said, Matsan Deshaviyochana. You give my message of consolation, Uddhava. Don't use your knowledge you gain from Brihaspati, otherwise the gopis, you will not understand the Braja gopis, and they will not understand you. So Radhika spoke so many wonderful, wonderful verses of Brahma Gita. When Guruji first went to Holland in 1996, then so many devotees came, what this Gurudev will speak? Then Gurudev spoke this Brahma Gita, beautiful, beautiful. No? He said, Radhika so much in man, she's not even saying the name of Krishna. Who is she saying? I don't want to see that face of that person who is asid. That means that person who is not white. She's not even saying the name of Sri Krishna. Therefore you are coming here to pacify us. But you are very foolish, you don't know how to pacify us. And you are telling us so much about Krishna's glories, but iti kata puranam. Oh, maybe for you the glories of Krishna are very new, but we know that Krishna, there's one bumblebee there, come there, see? Oh, B, you are telling us about the glories of Krishna, but for you the glories of Krishna are very new, but for us, iti kata puranam, for us these topics are very, very old. Oh, B, you only know Krishna for 1 or 2 weeks, but we know his birth after birth after birth. Then Srimati Radhika began finding fault. This is not the fault of black persons, this is their nature. They cannot act in another way. Radhika speaking, I heard there was another black, another non-white person. His name was Brahman. What did he do? He lied to his own devotee. I just want 3 steps of land. Bali Maharaj is very simple. Yes, I promise. And he took the whole creation from him, bound him up with his nagpas, the snake ropes, pushed him to the ground like a dog. There's another person who is not white. His name was Ramchandra. What did he do? He took sannyas, but he took sannyas with his wife. Very nice sannyasi, that one. So much attached. And when Supanika, seeing his beauty, approached him, she said, "Can I marry you?" Ram could have just said, "No, forget it." But he did not do that. What did he do? He cut off the nose and the ears of that poor woman. So Radharani not just abusing Krishna, but abusing all the, finding faults in all the incarnations of the Lord. So Uddhav cannot imagine anyone will speak like this about Krishna. Even when Radharani is speaking, even the personified Vedas, how anyone can say such things like that? But Radharani is saying with so much attachment, so much absorption. No? What to speak of Radhika, even when Jatila and Kutila abuse Krishna, then Krishna hears with 10 ears. What you're saying, old lady? Because so much absorption. No? Then the bumblebee may say, Radharani or Radhika, if Krishna is so bad, then why are you always speaking about him? You can speak about something? He said, I cannot, no? Because we can give up that non-white fellow, but we cannot give up speaking about him. Why? This is the nature of Harikatha. Anyone who hears even once the glories of Krishna's name, form, qualities and pastimes, if they hear once, what happens to them? They become like birds. Like birds, give up everything and move here and there, simply carrying what they can carry in their stomach. Those who hear Harikatha even once, they give up everything. They come to Vrindavan, they end up walking bare feet here and there, chanting Radhe, Radhe. This is the nature of topics of Sri Krishna. So Uddhav, when he heard these 10 prayers, these 10 verses spoken by Radhika, then Uddhav became completely dumbstruck. He had never heard of, he had heard descriptions of such prema, but he had never actually seen them till he came here to Braj. Therefore Guru Maharaj said the gopis, this is the place where Uddhav met the Braja gopis. So this is the last place that Krishna came after leaving Nandagaon, going to Mathura. This is the last place the gopis saw Sri Krishna. So when Sri Krishna left and the dust from his chariot came and settled on the bodies of the gopis, for that reason the gopis, for all those months and years that Krishna went to Mathura and went to Dwarka, the gopis never washed their cloth, the gopis never took bath. Why? This dust is our last connection with Krishna, and we will wash it off. Therefore the gopis stayed here, in the forest, doing their bhajan. Of course, bhajan is for sadhaks. So what the gopis are doing, who can imagine? Therefore Uddhav, with his own eyes, he stayed here. Uddhav was first thinking, how I can leave Mathura? Krishna is always there. But when he came here, then he realized Krishna is not in Mathura really. He is fully present here in Brajamandal. And the association with the Braja Gopis, Uddhav stayed for 6 months. That 6 months went by like 1 second. No? So Uddhav had so much happiness moving here in Brajamandal, embracing the trees, embracing the kunds, and everywhere he saw those trees and the dust of those places revealed so many pastimes to Uddhav. So Uddhav stayed here 3 months, 6 months, very, very in ecstasy. Then he went back to Krishna. And when he described Radhika's separation from Krishna, Radharani's condition in separation from Sri Krishna, then Sri Krishna, hearing that, he fell unconscious. No? So here we offer our prayers to Uddhav. He had such good fortune. He had so much high regard for the gopis. Bande Nanda Brajasayam Padareno Mamiksanam Yasam Hari Kato Gitam Punati Bhavate Trayam. Finally, Uddhav, he finished his 6 prayers by saying, I give pranam to the foot dust. 1 speck of foot dust on the feet of the gopis. And Guruji would say, how can 1 speck of foot dust be on many gopis? 1 speck of foot dust can only be on the feet of 1 gopi. Who is that gopi that Uddhav prayed to again and again? That is Vrishabhanu Nandini Srimati Radhika. Therefore this place is very, very deep, very, very confidential. Therefore again and again we do dandavats to the dust of this place. This dust is a witness of all those pastimes. And even 1 drop of this feeling of separation the gopis felt for Krishna, even 1 drop touches us. No? Then our Brajamanu Parikrama, our human form of life, is most successful. Shri Uddhav Keri ki, Vrishabhanu Nandini Srimati Radhika ki, Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran ki, Shri Sukadev Goswami ki jai, Shri Guru Maharaj ki jai, Jai Jai Shri Radhe.